Hello. In this video, I'm going to look at how we might be able to help our students go from a pass grade to a merit grade or a distinction grade. As teachers, when we're taking our teacher training, we often look at Bloom's taxonomy and we look at how there are lower order thinking skills and higher order thinking skills. The lower ones are these two, and where the students would come out with facts, the who, the what, the when, and we're trying to encourage our students as they go through level 2 to level 3, or as they go from pass to merit to distinction, to be more analytical in their thinking. So this video is going to look at some ideas. So we know that most assignment briefs will ask the students to describe, explain, analyse, evaluate, etc. When they ask them to describe, and it's generally going to be level 1, level 2, pass marks for this, and they'll give key facts. Going on from describe, we've got explain, which is more about the why. We're beginning to ask our students to explain why things are happening. So that will be more of a pass to a merit, and then into a strong merit with being more analytical, looking at compare and contrast, etc., supporting an argument. And then for distinction, we would expect them to evaluate. So it's carrying on from being analytical, but also being judgmental, finding judgments and giving reasons why you have that judgment. This has been created to help students how to achieve a strong pass, where they're describing something. So we've got the facts, who, what, when, where. Summarising is often used, considering the how of the subject, giving examples, giving outlines. It's very much the pass grade answer. Some teachers find it useful to give their students mind maps, spidergrams, or some form of empty template so that the students can look at the questions they've got to answer and fill in areas that they have facts about or knowledge about, and that helps them organise their ideas. This has been created to show students how to go from the pass grade to the merit grade, where they have to analyse. So here we've got three main ideas. We've got the compare and contrast. It could be they've got to look at similarities or differences, advantages, disadvantages, or long-term, short-term effects. The key thing in being analytical, though, is to answer the question why, so that they can support whatever they're bringing to their essay, the ideas. We've also got in merit grades to start looking at the bigger picture. How do things relate? What are they in context? So we're looking at that too. Just to give an example, this has been created to support students who are doing level 3 public services, where they have to look at a psychological theory and see how it relates to public services. At the pass grade, they would stay perhaps on what did the psychologist discover, what theories went before, etc. But they want to go to a merit grade, so we want them to look at the bigger picture, the why, and look at the comparing and contrasting. So we have certain questions that come under the bigger picture, quite a few why questions here, and some looking at the long-term and the short-term impacts and the differences between theories here. is here. So how do we get our students to go from the merit to the distinction? Generally, we're asking them to evaluate, not only analyse. An evaluation often means that they have to make a judgment. They might look at their merit grades and their merit work and think, how could I make a judgment here? They might think which parts of their merit grade are more important, which arguments or ideas are more important. And they will start to draw conclusions as well. So finally, there is an example of how one tutor used these ideas in a level 3 public services lesson. She asked them to come in with a newspaper article that they could talk about and then write about. This particular one was about the Las Vegas mass shooting, and they discussed how for a pass grade they would only look at the what, the where, the when, the who, the facts. But that if they wanted to get a merit, they would start asking the question, why? And behind that why, the students came up with lots of ideas to do with gun laws, politics, a rise in sales after shootings, all of these things. Then they discussed how to take the merit to a distinction, which is where they started to talk about which of these ideas in the merit would be the most important to them. Which did they think had the most weight? So they're looking at the bigger picture, but they're also making judgments here. And finally, they were trying to find solutions or suggest solutions for this situation. This clearly takes them into evaluation, away from the pass, away from the merit, and into a distinction.